had some folks trying to charge me, talking about murders and robberies. They look at me as a problem, trying to figure me out, wanna solve me. Yeah, this right here, the real me. This right here, the real me. This right here, the real me. I had to make it fulfill me. This right here, the real me. This right here, the real me. This right here, the real me. I cannot help the streets feel me. This a new year, I'm getting a new paper. In 6 months, I got a new hater. Gotta start making examples out of niggas.
What's up, y'all? I'm your girl, Just Fox.
And this your girl, Miss Lou. And yes, I am eating chips and salsa.
And you're now tuned in
to Off the Chain Podcast.
Real nigga radio.
Not for real, I'm hungry. So you gotta excuse me. I'm in full ghetto mode right now.
It's cool because I got my corn nuts right here, man. And I got my tea. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I did not even want to talk about this subject today because I'm sick of hearing about.
Talk that shit, Mr. Lord! Talk that shit!
But we gonna get into this R.Kelly situation. How you feel about that, Fox?
He's sick in my eyes. I'm gonna just say this. I know I'm smacking y'all, but y'all fucks with me and I fucks with y'all. And you only smack when it's good. Wash my hands with this.
Ooh, straight ghetto stuff here.
But in all actuality, I haven't seen the show yet. Or the docu-series, I'm sorry, I haven't seen it yet. But I would say this. This has been going on for years, right?
Yeah.
Where I think I had to be in about, maybe around 17 or a little younger.
We was like 6,
yeah.
7, we was hella young.
Yeah, I had to be in like middle school, junior high school. Yeah, I'm thinking around the time I heard that it was a rumor of him actually urinating
on a 14-year-old.
And to me, at that point in time, we should have had that docu-series then. You know what I mean? Because that lets you know that, first of all, this man is sick. You know what I mean? And then also, it's easy to point the finger at R.Kelly. But what about those other adults that play a hand in this situation?
Exactly.
And it's been going on for years.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even when he married Aaliyah, his manager, just like I watched the first episode and I chose not to continue watching it just yet because it's too many emotions tied into this docu-series. The manager forged signatures for them to even be married.
And that's sick.
So my thing is, when they did that, when they found out about that, why didn't anybody speak on it then? That's my issue. I get that everybody may be scared to come out. They don't think nobody gonna believe them. But I feel that if they would have taken the initiative to attempt to even do that, that could have been shut down right then and there. Why wait 20, 30 years later to start bringing up him being married to Aaliyah, this 14-year-old girl? And from my understanding, that was Sparkle's niece, which she introduced them. So it's like, how do you still date this man, have any involvement with this man, if this was your niece that he, you know what I'm saying, allegedly was in the video peeing on?
Now I will say this, my personal opinion about the time frame. I feel like if you're a real true victim, and not saying that, you know what I'm saying, I can't say if anyone's out there lying or fabricating or whatever the case may be. But if you're a victim, I feel like there shouldn't be a time frame of when you are ready to speak your truth. Because, you know, some people are just, you know, they handle trauma in a different way. Some people shut down. Some people, you know, show different signs. So I feel like there should be a open clause of when a person should be, you know, able to tell their truth whenever they're ready, no matter the time frame. Now, I will say this. It makes it hard for a victim to actually come forward and speak the truth, because then you have other people that like to come out of the woodworks with ulterior motives.
True.
That makes it hard for the audience or the outside looking in to be able to tell what's real and what's fake.
True.
And it also turns this into a circus show
And that's exactly what it is. And I'm sorry to say that, but
it's a
exactly
circus show, because for the people that really deserve justice, that have actually been through something with this man, it's hard for them to be able to tell the truth and people believe it and it sticks, because you have other people that have been a part of this situation and have been co-conspirators firsthand in this situation, and now they're trying to turn around and point the finger. It's hot potato now.
And that's what I don't agree
You know
with.
what I mean?
Like, people upset with me because they think I'm taking up for R.Kelly. And I'm not taking up for him by any means. I just feel that if you're going to hold anybody accountable, I feel everybody needs to be held accountable. From his bodyguards, keep his brother with his old green contact having ass locked up. No, real talk though. His little brother, first of all, him and his brother were molested as children as well. And what people fail to realize is hurt people hurt people.
True.
If you do not overcome your childhood trauma, you grow up and end up reliving that same trauma you've been through. You may not do it, you know what I'm saying, purposely, but it happens. And it's unfortunate because he haven't even got through that. He didn't talk to nobody, he didn't go to counseling. I haven't gotten that far, so I don't know if he ever, you know what I'm saying, told his parents what happened to him. But to be exposed to sex at a young age like that, unfortunately, you grow up to want to be in that power position because you don't want to ever feel vulnerable no more. And the only way to do that is to become, you know what I'm saying, the predator. And it's unfortunate that R.Kelly, you know what I'm saying, chose to look at things like that.
And I feel like he's treating women the way he saw how.
Exactly. But then but again, it's like, okay, if we're pointing the hand at him, it goes back to the parents though too. Because some of these kids, or as they say, were kids at the time, their parents knew what they were doing. I don't care what nobody say, because some of you parents was signing NDAs. And for y'all don't know what an NDA is, a non-disclosure agreement. My thing is, if you signing these non-disclosure agreements and you getting paid off to basically pawn your daughter off, you shouldn't even be on this show crying, talking about you don't know where your daughter was, because you did. And then for those parents that's talking about they went years and months for not talking to their kids, that's BS to me. Because at the end of the day, I don't have children, but I love kids. And I know for me, if I talk to my child every day and she goes without talking to me, you know what I'm saying, longer than usual, you know you can't make a police report until she's missing for 48 hours. You know what I mean? So I feel like, where's the police reports? If you reportedly, allegedly, you know what I'm saying, went this long without talking to your children, your child, where's the police report? Because after that, me personally, I'm reporting my child missing after the first 48 hours. I'm not just going to be sitting here talking about, oh, I heard she was this place, I think she this place. If you honestly do not know the whereabouts of your child, you can't name one active parent that's not going to actually search for their kid.
Right.
They say they did, but I don't believe that. I just really don't, because come to find out, like I said, some of you parents were getting paid to allow your child to be with R.Kelly. And again, it still needs to be everybody held accountable. I also want to know, what's the motive of coming out now? I get that no matter how long ago it was, you should come out, but I just also feel that it's just too long. I just feel like y'all been knowing this for so many years and y'all have supported it. I don't care what nobody say, but y'all been supporting this man pedophile acts. Y'all been supporting this stuff because y'all have sat there and watched him do it, and us included, because we listen to his music. But I know how to separate the two. Everybody can't do that. I can't speak for everybody.
Me now, I can't. I just can't, because I know
who is attached to.
Yeah, and I just feel like, me personally, not all of those ladies are lying on him. He did something.
Right, I'm not saying he didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I know he did something. I can't say what he did because I wasn't there. I can't say what he didn't do because I wasn't there. I can't say if he took it this far or at some point in time there was some consent But after a while, you know what I'm saying? I really don't know the facts. But at the same time, like you said, if we gonna point the finger at him, we need to look at the system as a whole.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
definitely.
So I feel like we have people like Chance the Rapper that's coming out and saying mute R.Kelly. Tank. Let's mute
And
R.
I'm
Kelly.
sorry, but I love Tank. But you was allegedly messing with little boys. I don't know how true that is, but again, like you just said, if multiple people keep saying the same thing, it has to be a truth in there somewhere. Period.
True. And then also, I hate the fact that it had to start
With R. Kelly.
Because I feel like we should have been addressed this topic years and years and years ago, decades ago, when we had men and mothers marrying off their little 12-year-old daughter for land. Or let's look at it now. In modern age, where when we go to the clubs, I could walk up to the door and I could walk next to a guy or a guy in front of me or in back of me, however you want to say it, and I can be 18 or 21 to get in the club,
But they gotta be 21 or older.
this man has to be 25 to get in. So this is my point. Women,
They've been normalizing the shit for years.
yes, it makes it okay for us to feel like we can't date around our age, or it's not okay to date men around our age, or you know what I'm saying, particularly maybe a couple of years younger than us, because we've always been around older women. Men. I'm sorry, women. That's a good for a second, but then you know what I'm saying. Even when we look at it from back then, right? Little girls, women, born and bred to be
Around older men.
Their mothers groomed them to be quiet, not be heard.
What goes on in this house, stay in this house type
And it's
stuff.
the sweep under the rug syndrome, and I hate it. I hate it in the black community because we've always heard that. I heard that when I was a kid. Don't go outside of this house and get to telling people my business. That's always what a black mama would say, or anybody mama would say in the black community.
I didn't say in the black community.
Yeah, for sure. It's always gonna be that one person in your family where you know they did something fucked up, but the family know he did it or she did it,
And nobody say nothing.
And nobody say nothing, and they'll speak about it. They sweep it under the rug. So how many times are we gonna let this fly by? You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
I'm happy that they're stopping it. I'm happy that they want to put an end to it.
But do you think that they gonna stop it? Do you think that? Because I feel like they should have been did something.
Yeah.
It should have started with R. Kelly a long time ago. But also, besides him, there's other men in power that like to use their power to get what they want.
Like I
they don't
just
like
stated.
being told no.
Exactly.
So what are we gonna do about the woman that's in the office and she can't get a promotion unless she sleep with the manager? Or what are we gonna do about the woman that's up and coming and on the rise and to be a star, but she can't get the star role? She's in a competition with another person, but she can't get it until she sleep with a director. Or what are we gonna do when your manager or whoever make a pass at you? There's nothing in the world that I could say to this woman to make it okay. Like I can't tell you that it's not. To me, it's not normal.
No, it's not.
But they normalize.
I was just going to say, as society, they have normalized his behavior because again, hurt people. This is something that he's seen when he was young. He said from 7 to 13 that he was molested. And my thing is knowing that it's like, okay, clearly he hasn't healed from his childhood trauma. That's clear. But again, my main issue with this whole story is why now? Why all of a sudden you all want to speak up? And I'm saying this because y'all have sat there and watched it for so many years and said nothing. You also have other entertainers that are the same way, but yet they're not being spread all over the media like that. Like I said before, Jerry Lee Lewis married his 13-year-old cousin. That's incest. That's just nasty. They didn't say nothing when Elvis married Priscilla. She was 15. You got the daddy from Seventh Heaven. He openly admitted to sexually assaulting girls. Y'all didn't drag him like this. I don't recall him getting jail time. He could have. I have to look more into that. But then you got Kevin Spacey right now. Like, it's happening so much. And it's like, for some apparent reason, it's like they're... Oh yeah, Hugh Hefner, exactly, Hugh Hefner. Shit, they need to be hollering at Jay-Z. I'm just being real. I don't give a damn if they adults right now and they married. But when he originally talked to Beyonce, even before that, because now it's reportedly that he took, you know what I'm saying, Foxy Brown virginity. Don't know how true that is, but he been in the rap game for a long time. And I'm sure he didn't talk to some young women. But again, nobody is speaking on that. They only talking about R.Kelly though. This is what I'm saying. Like, why is it just R.Kelly? If they want to actually do something about it, y'all need to come on and drag everybody down. And then I don't agree with the muting his music. And that's just my personal opinion, because I feel like shit. You stop listening to his music, it's not gonna change the fact that those women are damaged for the rest of their lives. At least the ones that actually have endured the pain, because some of them older girls, I'm sorry. Hey, be mad at me if you want to, but at 17, you know what you're doing, period. I don't care what nobody say.
I get what you're saying. I feel like at 17, you do know what you're doing to a certain extent. But is your capability of making sound decisions as sound as someone that's 25 or 27? No.
Yeah, no, of course not. I agree with that. But after you've seen that it was potentially something that can harm you, or something, like if you watch the docu-series, like I said, if you see how they talking, you're not gonna feel sorry for some of them, because you're gonna be like, okay, so once you knew that that was wrong and the stuff that he was doing was wrong, why didn't you speak up? You condoned it after a while, is what I'm saying. But
do you think it is? But don't you think to a certain extent that I feel like it's easy to be manipulated as a kid.
True.
When you really don't. When you want something, but you know it's not right, but
you also know right from wrong, and you know if somebody's hurting you or if you're uncomfortable, you know how to leave that situation though. And I'm only saying that because, true, some of the girls is even on her saying that they were lying to their parents, you know, telling them that they were at their friend's house, they were this. So when you say stuff like that, I get you may be young, and I get you easily manipulated. But it's like when you was lying to your parents and decided to still be around him, that's telling me you had a choice and you made that choice, because now you was sneaking out your house and making that choice to be with him.
Yeah, see, I gotta look at it.
That's what I'm saying. So at this point, you are making that decision to continuously go back and forth with him now.
Now I feel like this.
That's my thing.
I get that, but just in general, just as an adult, that to me, there's nothing on a minor or nothing to do with a minor that I will find even remotely attractive.
But remember we had this conversation the other day.
I know, but even then, like, okay, so I get it, like, little girls lie about their age. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we all do at some point, because when we're younger, we want to be older. When we're old, we wish we were young again. You know what I mean? So I feel like you go through that.
That's one thing I never did though. I never lied about my age. I lied about my name, but I've never lied about my age, because like I said, I was a relationship type person. So all through high school, I was with the same guy. So I really didn't have no need, really. But you know what I'm saying? I lied about my name though. I did do that. I'll be Keisha in a minute.
I'm weak. But you know what I'm saying? I get it. But it's just like you said, like the conversation we had the other day, like, you know, what would a guy do if, you know, a girl lied to him about her age, and then he came back after that, he came and had sex already, and then it come out that she's, you know what I'm saying, younger than what she told him. And the only advice that I could give to that man just nowadays, just to be on the safe side, because, you know, a lot of younger kids aren't looking their age. And it's kind of hard to tell. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, because I remember when I was young, I was kind of filled out for my age. You know what I mean?
And that's the argument I have been having too, because I'm like, some of these girls, not necessarily speaking on R. Kelly, just in general, like some of these girls, they bodies are developed way quick before they brain.
And I know a man ain't gonna ask no questions about, oh, let me see your ID. But I feel like now,
it's like, now you got to.
like now you should. And that's just to protect you from going to jail or putting yourself or jeopardizing yourself, your career, your livelihood, your family, your loved ones, your friends, and the scrutiny that becomes behind it, and then also not damaging this young girl possibly for the rest of her life. So I feel like
that's why I said I gotta finish watching the actual series. Like I said, I only watched a few because I told you they had made it to like 6 different ones. I've only watched like the whole. I watched the whole first one. I did not watch the second one because I started to get irritated. I just started watching clips from different ones because I'm just like, the whole situation is sick.
It's sick, man.
And then I also feel that, you know,
sick.
Sparkle, why did you even continue to date this man?
I cannot.
After situations like this. Is it Andrea, I'm sorry how you say your name, R.Kelly. Why do you even still have that same last name? The only conversation we need to have, exactly. I don't care about what type of endorsements or what money is paying you to keep that name, but if this man hurt you oh so bad and it was just so devastating, outside of my child, because they have a child together, we have no conversation. I wouldn't even want to associate myself with you. None whatsoever. Period.
I feel
like we have no conversations. I'm dropping it's not that hard to drop your last name. You know the process. And you've had this last name since y'all been married. And then people was trying to say, oh, they got married at a young age. It doesn't matter. When you got married to this man, you seen the shit for yourself. Whether or not you wanted to believe it or you say you was at home, I'm sure you didn't heard people talk about it. And again, for the road manager, the tour bus driver, from the backup singers to his friends, his brother, every damn body, from the producers, the engineers, they said that this man had a studio in the basement where they had young girls in there, and even one of the guys on the series said that one of the girls looked young enough. She didn't look old enough. So as a grown ass man, when you seen that, why didn't you say something? Why didn't you be like, hey, Kel, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? Be like, baby, go home. Like, send that little girl home some damn where. I don't give a damn how R.Kelly would have felt at that time, but as a grown man, why didn't you stand up for that girl? Since, you know what I'm saying, it's just an issue.
And it just lets you know.
That's my problem. I have a problem with it.
And it just lets you know, like, come on, y'all. Like, that could have been your daughter. Like, just put yourself in the mind frame of that little girl's parents, their uncle, their brother. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not enough people out here that are willing to stick up for children, man. Like, money just make people do the most cruelest shit.
Right. Because for the women that was pawning their daughters, I'm disgusted as hell with you. Because who does that? Like, there's no amount of money you can give me to let me say it's okay for you to go with this grown ass man on tour. Fuck that. Fuck all of that. My daughter gonna blow up. No, I'm coming with my child. Because even on The Voice or American Idol, when you audition, when you're under 16, 17, your parent has to be with you. So as a parent, after that, if I have to quit my job, by all means, I'm going with my child. And if I can't go with my child, then on to the next opportunity.
My mom and dad, they wouldn't even let me spend a night nowhere. You know what I'm saying? For real. And that's just how careful they were with me. But, you know, even aside from that, like, I feel like, man, it's just so much shit that's just going on in the world where this is happening on a regular basis. There's a show called Escaping Polygamy where 2 females escaped a cult of their dads and moms and aunts and uncles and brothers, thousands of brothers. They have thousands of sisters, and they all just sleeping with each other. And it's a cult. And this
sure is, because they don't sound like polygamy. Like, what the type of shit is that? Why is first of all, who named the damn show? Because that sound like incest to me. Like, why are you sleeping with your family?
And it is.
That's some sister wives.
And what they like to do is they like to mask their shit with fucking religion. That's no religion. But get this, these people are able to survive because they're getting funded by high government officials, by local fucking community leaders, people that are wealthy with money. This is how these people keep functioning. And this is what I'm saying. So we live in today's society with people that are not only okay with pedophiles, just anything that has to do with pedophilia. I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm making it a word. and we're just finding out that it's just a lot of people that are just okay with it. Why?
Like you said, they've been normalizing this shit for so many years.
And it's
swept under the rug. But that's not. First of all, polygamy is something totally different. That don't sound like polygamy.
I'm telling y'all, if y'all ever can, please. I think it's maybe about 5 to 6, 7 seasons, maybe. It's called Escaping Polygamy, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about
on Netflix.
So, I don't know if it's on Netflix. I mean, I'm gonna shoot you the information. I just Googled the name just to make sure, but I'm telling you, it's about 2 sisters that escape, and then what they do is people contact them about escaping, and they just let them know, like, hey, are you sure this is something you want to do? I don't want to feel like I'm forcing you to do it. You know what I'm saying? This is your choice. Because like I said, they like to mask they shit with religion. They feel like this is a religion. And the man that they call the prophet, he's locked up. And the only reason he's locked up is because he actually recorded his sexual acts with younger females, with the younger girls. So they actually got him on camera doing it. But this is my thing. Y'all got this shit airing on TV where clearly there's men and women and younger girls being fucking womanized and brainwashed to think that this is a way of living. That's not right. That's not right at all. But I don't see them talking about this shit. I don't see them making a docu-series on this. You know what I mean?
So I guess in the show, the girls are basically just explaining how they escaped.
Yeah, so they explain how they escaped, but then they also have episodes where they actually help other people escape. Okay, because
so
it's not
now
easy.
I can see why they made it, because now I'm like, why?
It's not easy. It's not easy getting out of the cult, because they have all of their money tied up in it, and then they can't get their money out if they leave. They got. I'm talking about like it's.
I would just have to be one more sister.
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, when y'all, listen. Escaping Polygamy, watch it. So y'all got our opinions on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we was able to share our opinions. And trust me, this ain't even everything. We just gotta finish watching the rest of the docu-series with
because I can only give what I've seen. So until I see more, but like I said before, what I've seen so far, I feel that everybody needs to be held accountable.
Yeah, and I haven't.
That's what it boils down to. Period. Yeah. Everybody that's seen it. Then you think like Dame Dash, you dated Aaliyah too when she was young. So I'm just saying, like, if you want to...
Yeah. If you're going to point that finger...
They going to point that finger.
It's always easy to point the finger, but guess what? Remember, you got 4 more pointing back at you, so you better check yourself.
No, real talk.
And that's just real shit. But, again, y'all, I'm your girl, Just Fox. And then we got...
This your girl, Miss Lou.
Talk that shit, Miss Lou! Talk that shit!
She crazy.
And y'all are tuned in to, what is it? Off the Chain Podcast. Make sure y'all check us out on IG, Off the Chain Podcast _ Man, we respond, DM us, message us. We want to hear your feedback. And once again, thanks for tuning in.